And staying with COVID-19, both the AstraZeneca and the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines have been linked to rare but potentially serious neurological complications.
Get off! Why don't you go clean your own hand, you clean freak?
Wash it now, you disgusting biohazard!
Man, for a paper girl, she's surprisingly strong.
I think it's more like you're surprisingly weak.
I don't want to wash it!
What is your problem? He got a high five from Penny 3 months ago and refused to wash it since. Don't tell me you haven't showered in 90 days.
Of course I've showered. I'm not an art student. I just wrap my hand in swimming trunks to keep it dry.
Ask him how often he washes those.
You don't wash swimming trunks. They clean themselves when you swim. Right?
Ew! When Penny hears that, she'll be so horrified that her antlers will turn white.
Please don't tell her! What if I just cut it off and keep it in a memory box?
Just wash it!
No!
Did you hear that?
What?
Kind of sounded like a choir of gnomes going down a water slide.
What? Like...
Yeah, exactly.
Nah, didn't hear it.
I will find you, and when I do, I swear on my fallen comrades, I will infect you, and I will destroy you, and then I will take over your family, your friends, and I won't stop until nothing is left alive on the surface of the earth! Do you hear me?
You moron. Tonight I will kill all of you. I will kill all of you!
Yes, well, as you can see, lycanthropy
Please do
is
something
a
about it!
disease of the mind, existing
Kill me.
somewhere in the deep
Kill me.
recesses of always. To him, it seems very real. The subject has gone both and physically sensitizing in order
Give me your brain. It'll only take 5 minutes, my dear. Just relax.
Sam! Sit down. It's either this or we send her away. You've made that mistake once already.
I've broken through the ocular wall. And I'm now up into the frontal lobe. I'm severing the neural connections. A little more. We are done.
The 24-year-old Brianna Kupfer was working inside alone when she was stabbed to death last Thursday afternoon. Well, the police call this, quote, a random act of violence.
Random act of violence.
A man suspected in 2 shootings, one of them deadly, is off the streets tonight. Sheriff Bob Galtieri says the 20-year-old would-be serial killer shot 2 people at random. His latest victim found dead last night in the middle of the road.
These seemingly random killings have been solved.
This is the video that helped crack the serial killer case where homeless men were the targets.
Those 3 individuals, they weren't harming anybody.
On a Wynwood sidewalk on December 21st of last year, surveillance cameras capture when 56-year-old Jerome Antonio Price is shot and killed.
The video showed several firearm muzzle flashes.
They were headed eastbound. They were stopped at a red light. The tow truck was towing another vehicle and was headed eastbound as well at what we believe is a very high rate of speed. We see no indication that there was any braking prior to impact. He ran into the back of that Nissan, drove them a number of feet into the ditch here, and tragically there was a 4-month-old, or an infant, 4 to 7 months old, in the back seat of that car. and was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. That's correct. The Nissan, the silver car directly behind me, was at a complete stop here at a stale red light, meaning the red light had been red for quite a while. The tow truck just disregarded the traffic control device, the red light, and ran directly into the back of the Nissan.
All right. Well, this morning we are learning the identity of the man who police say randomly shot and killed another man at a Southwest Valley gas station. That's 22-year-old Jesus Uribe.
The video shows the aftermath. The man slouched over inside the building store. He's asked if he knows who shot him.
No.
Those around him concerned as he is in and out of consciousness.
With the ambulance.
But at this hour, as we said, it hasn't even been 24 hours. Police do not have a suspect in custody. In fact, they don't know what the motive behind this shooting was.
In fact, they don't know what the motive behind this shooting was.
Wife and mother is asking for help tonight after her husband was gunned down in Humble. She says the family was at a Chuck E. Cheese celebrating their daughter's 6th birthday when he was killed. In fact, he was carrying his daughter's birthday cake when someone shot him.
My husband passed without me, without anybody to hold his hand, to comfort him.
Amber says her 2 children, ages 3 and 6, have been crying and asking for their dad.
York County Sheriff's Office says Philip Adams took his own life Wednesday during a standoff with law enforcement at his father's home, right down the street from where they say Adams killed 5 people in Rock Hill, South Carolina, just outside of Charlotte. One of the victims, a prominent doctor that Adams' father says used to treat him. The suspect broke into a home. They say Dr. Robert Leslie and his wife Barbara were both shot and killed by the intruder. Their 5-year-old and 9-year-old grandchildren were also killed. James Lewis, an air conditioning worker who was at the home at the time, was also gunned down, and a 6th person was seriously injured.
And we begin with breaking news out of Miami Lakes, where police say 2 children were shot and killed by their own father, who then turned the gun on himself.
Many are worried the isolation that has come with the pandemic is having a big impact on mental health. Tonight, we're hearing a powerful message from local parents who are in a lot of pain. Their teenage daughter recently died by suicide.
She was sweet and sensitive, an artist.
There are countless pictures of 13-year-old London Bruns.
Very kind-hearted, very, just a great person.
And in almost every photo, London is smiling.
Not a mean bone in her body.
For her parents, John and Heather,
it's up and down.
Yep.
You know.
Seeing London smile is bittersweet now. They wonder how long it may have masked a deep pain they knew nothing about.
Our kind of saying now is she was a much better actress than she was artist because she hid it so well.
On September 21st, London Sophia Bruns died by suicide. Her death sent shockwaves through her Ridgefield community. It sent her parents on a mission.
Unfortunately, we found after London passed that 2 of her friends were also suicidal and are now getting treatment for that.
You don't need to be vaccinated by inadequately tested and somewhat dangerous gene-based spike protein-inducing proteins, and you don't need to do what you're told by corrupt scientists who are apparently advising our government.
Doctors now believe a reaction to Pfizer's COVID-19 vaccine temporarily paralyzed a Bethel Park mom.
All they know is that prior to my vaccine, I was healthy, I was whole. And then after my vaccine, I had complete paralysis of my body. Doctor believes that the nervous system had a reaction to the shot.
In today's video, we are going to be talking about a case of transverse myelitis that occurred in a patient after she received the second dose of a COVID-19 vaccine that is undergoing trials right now.
My personal side effects, very long-term side effects from Pfizer shot. So what's the backstory of that? I had the first Pfizer shot and the last one on 29th of August. And since that time, again, I had all of the side effects I could imagine in the first couple of weeks. I had the heartburn, accelerated heart rate, weakness. I was literally staying in my bed. What didn't resolve after all of this time, so it's almost half a year, is muscle twitches.
This is Claire Bridges, a bubbly kava tender at the Grassroots Kava House in St. Pete. She's sitting in a hospital room right now, facing the unthinkable reality that she's going to have both legs amputated after getting sick with COVID. Claire was vaccinated.
Meanwhile, there are new concerns about the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. The FDA has issued a warning about the shot after dozens of recipients developed a rare autoimmune disorder.
The FDA tonight is adding a new warning to Johnson & Johnson's one-dose COVID vaccine after about 100 people who got the shot developed a rare but serious autoimmune disorder that attacks the nerves called Guillain-Barré.
당신 미쳤어. 세상이 미쳤지.
당신 미쳤어. 세상이 미쳤지.
They can't find a homologous sequence of the virus.
What does that mean?
All living organisms have a root system. If you follow a specific route, you can trace it back to its origin. Sort of like a genealogy for viruses. But we can't figure it out.
Are you saying it's a brand new virus?
The KDCA is analyzing it too, but so far they can't identify it either. We need to identify it, so we can start creating treatments.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's best to accept them for what they are. And simply give up on trying to find a way to treat them. Most all human beings abandon their instincts to become humane.
Baby, I'm